Thank you very much. Welcome back to this one meritocratic channel of ours. And this is MATRIC+NATED Specialist. Ensure that you are hitting the subscription button and ensure that you are sharing to those who are concerned. And this, we are having a Municipal Administration N5. Please take note that is the lecturer's guide. You cannot get it anywhere apart from this channel. And then it pertains the exemplars, the test series that we are going to write, and of which we have wrote before also as well, pertaining on our assignments. And then at test 2, it will also be vital in the final examination that we are going to write in November. And here we are talking about module 12, meeting procedures of the municipality. And then we are saying, please refer back to the previous modules which are recorded on our playlist. These are the meeting procedures of the municipality. So we are saying under the municipality, different council or organs, entities of the municipality, they must have a continuous meetings. They must have a continuous debate in order for the services of the end of the day, without wasting an activity whereby they are telling us that you are the council 2024, and then number 3, homeless shelter, the resource industrial AIDS victims. So we are saying under this, these are the aspects that are going to be discussed by the municipality. And we need to understand that you must follow now the budgetary horizons, and that is attached to the agenda. Document the note in a meeting without put prior the minutes of the meeting in short version. So we are saying that this is if you are also working, and then the agenda, it is written there on top. Number 1, there must be a welcoming and prayer or the opening, and the person will be appointed. Number 2, the members that are present and the members that are absent due to various circumstances and the leave are also noted down. The confirmation and adoption of the minutes of the reading what was discussed in the previous meeting. So we need to understand that. Number 4, we talk about the statutory matters which can be followed, the approval of the municipal budget. So we are saying that the municipality has got a certain part of budget, and that budget must be approved by the municipality. 5.2, the upgrading of roads. We can see that in our towns and cities, we've got an absence of poor roads facility, which they hinder our cars, and then homeless and shelters, the improvement of the transport services to the city, the rezoning of the section 323 in the industrial ports, and to fundraise for those that have got HIV. Of the topic, why are we here in that meeting? So we need to understand that. If we are moving on, number 6, we are seeing that we've got priorities which can matters in terms of the resolution. The resolution is to find now a solution on the previous meeting. It must be attached. 7, the matters referred from the previous meeting. Number 8, the reports of the meeting, delegates or officials of the municipal authority. And then number 9, consideration of reports, announcements, petitions, and applications must be submitted by the municipal manager that require urgent attention. And then number 10, general or any other related issue, it can be written down here. Number 11, the date of the next meeting, you write the date, and then the closure. Then you can say the meeting is adjourned. All right. And then let us start now of this meeting. All right. And then you can see this is the agenda, but under now welcome and prayer. And we can say that the chairperson welcomed all the present members. The members that were absent, present Border, Hopper, Mark, Van Zee, Kruger is on leave. All right. The confirmation, we've got the minutes of the previous meetings were adopted and signed by the chairperson to prove that they are declared to be legal. And then the declaration of announcement. What can be the announcement? Mr. Hopper is congratulated on the 7th. It is his birthday. That it is a matter. Then the statutory matters. We said that the approval of the budget from the municipality. The chairperson of the finance portfolio committee explained that the budget after the discussion was approved. And then the upgrading of roads, we are saying that the report back received from the transport portfolio, which is a department committee, on the progress of upgrading. The project is not finished and it will stand over the next meeting. And then we talk about the homeless shelter. The money was budgeted for the homeless shelter, and a building must be identified, referred to the housing committee. And then in 5.4, city road is scheduled and should be finished by the 15th November 2015, the chairperson of the Transport Portfolio Committee will give a feedback at every meeting. And then when we are moving on, under the rezoning of section 333 to industrial plots, we are saying that the rezoning of the section 333 into the industrial plots is approved after the recommendation and explanation by the chairperson of the planning committee. If we are moving on, under the fundraising of HIV and AIDS, we are saying a project will be initiated with the private sector to raise funds for the HIV and AIDS victims. The executive mayor office will drive this program. And then the priority, no matter has been discussed, and then matters that referred from the previous, we are saying the flood relief program was successfully implemented, and based on the reports were discussed under the statutory matters. So that is what we need to understand under this. Right. And then on moving on again to number 9, the consideration of the board's announcement, petition, and application was submitted to the municipal manager that require urgent attention. A petition regarding to load shedding, it has affected the business and it was tabled for the other alternatives. And then let us talk about now the general or any other business. There are no matter on the agenda. And in 11, we talk about the next meeting will take place on the 3rd May 2014 at 14 in the boardroom, so at 2 o'clock. The closure, the meeting was adjourned at 17 hours, which is at 5 o'clock. That is the meeting. So under the summative assessment, what you can be asked in the examination, they can say, give the reasons why meetings are held. Number 1, to exchange and evaluate information, to solve problems, to resolve conflicts, to disseminate information, to exchange ideas and experiences, and to inspire and develop teamwork. Simple, 6 marks. Number 2, distinguish. The word distinguish, differentiate between the following types of meetings. The ward meeting. So what is the ward meeting? Ward meeting, it is held monthly, but not less than 6 times in a year. These are issues affecting the ward, and they are tabled and report on the ward councillor is the chairperson of the ward meetings. The chairperson is responsible for convening, circulating notice, agenda, and minutes. A member of the ward committee may act as a secretary to assist the ward councillor. A secretary prepares, distribute minutes and agendas and other notices. These notices, they can be municipal official perform the secretarial information or function. That it can be for 7 marks. And then number 2, we have what we call the constituency meeting. We are saying this takes place between the ward councillor and the resident for the regular feedback and the input. Number 3, lastly, we are having the council meeting. And then we are saying where all councillors must be present unless they have a valid reason for not being there. Number 2, it is held monthly unless a special meeting is called for a particular issue. Number 3, recommendations of the various portfolio committees where issues related to their specific portfolio are evaluated and are discussed, voted on to formulate municipal policy, which are called the bylaws. Remember that I've been telling you over and over again that the municipality, they pass laws which are called the bylaws. And then we are saying the speaker is the chairperson of the council meeting and he presides over the meeting. Right. And then when we are moving on, we have to see that we've got the committee meeting now. And what is the committee meeting? And there we can see that point number 1, discuss specific issues and make a recommendation to the council. It saves the council of having to deal with all the matters in detail. Committees do not have any decision-making powers and can only make the recommendation. And then lastly, each councillor must be a member of the portfolio committee. That is for 8 marks. We've got the mayoral committee. The mayoral committee is not a committee of the council and accountable only to the mayor. And we are saying that number 2, the main function is to assist and to advise executive mayor or to executive meeting regarding the policy. And we have said that the policy, it is a declaration of intent to do something or to have it done. Remember that you can be asked a question to say, define the term policy. So I'm saying to you, a policy is a guideline. It's a declaration of intent to do something or to have it done. That is the policy. And one of the policy, if ever is that policy, because of it must be followed. That is what a standing order is, and indicate what should be included in the standing orders. Number one, there should be standard rules and procedures for the meetings. You don't just do a meeting, but there should be rules and procedures on what you have that must be followed in a meeting. Number two, to ensure that the meeting are held in orderly manner. And then the third aspect, it prescribes the order of the business, a notice of the meeting, agenda, minutes, and the motions. And then if ever we are going on, we've got the standing orders. What is the standing orders? It includes now the attendance register. Remember that when we are in a meeting, you must sign a register. Number two, the removal of an official, a councillor of a meeting of the public if they misbehave. The third aspect, the definition of a quorum, numbers of the members to be present and make the meeting valid. And the last aspect, the time the members wait before a meeting can be cancelled, so that it can be for 8 marks. And then number four, we are saying that the question can arise, it says now, the statement, most of the items discussed at the council and the committee meetings are submitted for discussion in the form of reports. You must report to the superiors. And the question, it says, what will help to make the task of the councillors easier? Remember that the councillors, they are the head of the wards. We understand that they can help it by clarifying, specify who may sign the reports. Number two, the reports must be submitted in a prescribed format and include a systematical representation of particulars and arguments. Number two, a summary of the report. Number three, a recommendation. And then the fourth one, reports must be submitted and corrected in the ambiguous language. The word unambiguous, we are saying that it must not be vague. Don't write a vague or in riddles. It should always be formal because of it is in the office. You must understand those key concepts. All right. And then if ever we are moving on again, we can see that the other question that can be asked, number 6, identify municipality that councillors must be aware of. And then the councillors, we are saying they should at all times be aware of all the items in the agenda. They must be considered. Number 2, the items discussed as they appear on the agenda, except if they changed by the majority vote. Remember that in this system, we take decisions based on the majority rules. The third aspect, items not on the agenda can only be discussed if the councillors present, they agree. And the last one, resolutions passed after the some councillors have left the room invalid. That marks. Number 7, the minutes are written records of a meeting or hearing. We understand that concept. They say list the importance of the minutes. That is the question now. Remember that when you are writing, you are taking something down in a meeting, that is called minutes. They are official records of decisions taken at the meeting. Number 2, these decisions taken at the meetings must be put into action as so proof needed. The third one, report back is given at the next meeting on the results of actions taken. The fourth one, minutes of the previous meetings approved at the follow-up meeting if all members agree. The other one, minutes plus the budget, they need to be executed. The way executed, they must be implemented without any failure. The last aspect, we are saying that the minutes are legally binding and must be kept on records for the future use. So if we want something, we can always refer back to what was proposed in the meeting and what is going to take place now. All right. And then we are having 7, identify the needs that need to be kept in mind when the minutes are drawn up. So we are saying that under these items in the minutes must appear in the same sequence as the agenda. Number 2, we look at the content. We are saying that the heading of the minutes should include the name of the municipal authority, the nature of the meeting, ordinary, committee, or special, the date and place, time of the meeting, the names of all those who are concerned. It can be councillors present, councillors absent with and without apology, serving officials, and special delegates with indication when they joined and when they left. That is for 8 marks. And then if we can see here, we are having previous meeting. We are saying the word approved. It means the place for the signature for the chairman and date to be clarified valid. That is why there is a need of signature. And then we are saying the body of the minutes should include, number 1, items headings. Number 2, the descriptions of the items that are discussed. The third aspect, decisions that are taken, the names of the councillors, the person that is responsible for those actions. And lastly, the due dates for actions that are taken. That is for 6 marks. And then we've got the closure. When we're talking about closure, the meeting is adjourned. And there's a date for them. If we see here, we are having a question that says, a council may decide which type of the minutes to use. Distinguish. The word distinguish, it says differentiate. That is a synonym between the different types of the minutes that they can use. We've got the verbatim minutes. And then they are unusual for the council. So these are word by word reports of discussions and the resolutions, which are solutions during a meetings, they are reached. Then we've got the narrative minutes. They are also unusual for the council meeting, and these minutes, they are for private clubs, and they reflect on a brief summary of discussion and the resolution. And lastly, we have minutes containing items and resolutions, and then we are saying these are used for the council meeting. So we must understand this, and that it can be for a maximum of 9 marks. Number 9, here we are having the question, the chairperson is in charge of a meeting, list 10 duties of a chairperson. Number 1, the chairperson is the head now of the meeting. He's convening the meeting, he starts the meeting at an agreed time, he ensures that the quorum is present, he declares the meeting open, he signs the minutes of the previous meeting after, as they appear on the agenda, may only change if the committee agrees. Remember that we are saying in the municipality, there is an interchange of a discussion, continuous discussion that is taking place. And then number 4, he decides the order in which the person participate in their discussion, or the person that is present there. And then we understand that number 8 ensures that discussion stays on the appropriate subject. We don't change the subject. That is why we've got the agenda, which is the main plan. And then we talk about to determine the order for members to speak. And lastly, to receive motions and submit to the meeting for discussion. That is what can be asked. And then lastly here, this is the last one that can be asked now. And then this is a continuation. We are saying ensures that the debate does not become irrelevant. It keeps order by asking members to withdraw remarks or apologize if ever there is negligence in terms of the words that is used in the board meeting. And then we talk about he may ask members to leave the room if they disturb the order. He may give the ruling on the point of order. He may exercise a cast of vote if the vote is equal. He may adjourn the meeting if a sufficient quorum is not present or is not presented, or if the meeting becomes disorderly because of his vested with authority and power. Lastly, he may introduce urgent items. Number 10, we can be asked here, to be a successful chairperson, there are certain skills that are required. Identify 5 skills that will improve the role of you being a chairperson. To guide discussion. Number 2, clarify and summarize the item discussed and solutions. Be flexible and alter the agenda if necessary to discuss important issues. Facilitate discussion and the challenge members to participate. Stamina and the ability is withstand pressure and to stay attentive throughout the meeting. You must have a sense of human intelligence, and you must also have the confidence in confronting the members with care and the skill. That can be for 7 marks. 11, we are having define the following. 11.1, we are having the motion and resolution. Those, they go hand in hand. They can be for 4 marks. Take note. And then we are saying motion is a formal written proposal submitted to the council for consideration and action. Then a resolution is a recommendation or a solution to the council, and which is referred to a decision that is taken. And that decision, we are calling it a verdict. That is a verdict. And then 12, explain the process to the following when introducing a motion to the council. Number one, a problem is identified in the community. Number two, the councillor must submit a document explaining the problems and suggest a solution. This can be a motion. What continuous debate that is taking place, but it's moving to the right direction. It takes time. And then we are saying another councillor must second the motion to the council's agenda at least 10 days before the monthly meeting. Remember that we have meetings. And how many meetings? We are saying in 365 days, at least there should be. And then we are saying the councillors asked to explain the motion during the meeting. Councillors, they can have argue in favor of the motion. The members opposing the motion get an opportunity to say why they oppose it. And then we have to understand the chairperson allows the debate on the matter. When the matter has been debated, the proposer can say the final word before the debate is closed. The chairperson then asks the council to vote on the manner. If the motion is agreed, we say is carried. The motion is sent to relevant departments. And what is to implement? To implement it is to do what it has been agreed on. If ever you are agreeing on this decision, then it means you must implement, you must show action. Number 30, list the cycle of the events at the meeting. What is that cycle? We've got the agenda, which contains what? An information, what the meeting entails. Number, in accordance with the standing orders, we've got the decisions, which are called the verdicts that are taken on that particular meeting. We've got minutes. These are the official recorded decisions of the resolution. We've got the action, which is the execution of decision. And lastly, we've got to report back based on the results the results at the next meeting, and that it can be for a maximum of 8 marks. Thank you very much for tuning on at this platform. Ensure that you are hitting the subscription button and ensure that you are sharing to those who are concerned. Good luck.